Ads detected. Pausing for capitalism.
Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. Yeah. I have too much crap in my brain. I need to clean my jug. I need to clean my desk. Ah! I turned off the monitor. Ah! No! Things have moved! No! Crap! This is a sign to say never move. Never clean the desk. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. How's it going, guys? Happy Monday. Hey, hello, good guys. Hope you're doing well. Like, I don't know, there's too much crap here. Wires, so many wires, so many cables. Oh, just move it. No, bad idea. Bad idea. Hello, Kanzari. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Did I not move the chat on this screen? Yeah, back down here. There you go. I updated the settings for the chat, so it's not as in your face. I'll say, especially once I get into the rest of stuff. So, speaking of, if you guys haven't seen, Okay, can't you see shit? Oh. Black cream poggers, yeah, I know. Wait, controls? What happened to my, why isn't it showing my, oh, now it is. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Because I did the monitor thing. I had to I'll show that close up more. But yay, traffic! I did stuff. I figured stuff out. You have a question if I would allow, so I get to choose? I mean, if I have a choice, I mean, less questions to answer is easier, so let's go with that. Hello, Guard 1 and 06. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm not actually going to read your name correctly. That's not going to be how it works. So we're going to read it as you said it, as you wrote it. Guard 1 and 06. I spent so many hours yesterday freaking trying to figure out the traffic plugin. By the way, it's not on Fab. You have to download the city sample to get access to it, which is insane because the city sample is over 100 gigabytes. Why? Like, okay, if it's experimental, then make it added with the engine and make it set to be experimental. Why? Let's take a blueprint, add 2 static mesh and a PCG graph, a sphere to each, and then access to... What? What is the correct way to access the static meshes in a blueprint? I mean, there's multiple ways of getting it. Just do get actor property. Watch my basics video. I'm pretty sure I go over that in my getting started with PCG video. I'm pretty sure. If not, just watch like a little bit of my building series from 5.4. I do it there, and I do it like in most videos back then. Nowadays, I just use the parameters because they're just better and easier to use. But yeah, back then I just put everything on the actor. Anyway. By the way, it's vertical right now because I'm probably gonna make a short out of it, and so I'm doing it for my future self this way to show it off. But I managed to figure out how the hell to do traffic with intersections. And one of the 2 stupid parts of it is, one, I had to download over 100 gigabyte project just to get to the plugin, and 2, it comes with its own like system to make intersections. But if you do it that way, the cars get stuck. And the amount of time I lost and wasted just trying to debug something that the built-in system breaks was way too high. But now we have moving cars. It's not fully like set up, like the wheels aren't moving, but it's just effectively it's cubes moving in a car-like manner. So There's also other things where I have no idea how to make it so there's just more density of cars, because once they have too many cars, they just all stop moving. So you can't have like super dense traffic basically, unless it like frees up somewhere else and then they can move there. But if it's all locked in, then it doesn't work great. That's okay. Progress though. Progress. Anyway, that's what we got. I can show you from here too. See? Right now it's only one car, so I gotta still set it up to do multiple cars, and obviously the wheels don't move because I made these all together, but Kenny's stuff does have it all separated, so I should be able to have it with wheels rotating. And then I'll make a video for it for Sunday, because this stuff was way too complicated. The PCG's inside the blueprint, not on the scene. Yeah. What I said. Get actor property. Watch those videos. Okay, let's load up the game. The character's going in ZBrush again. It's been getting some progress. Hold on. There's something I can show you guys for the progress on the character. Yeah, I can give you a little bit of upper thigh. Would you guys like to see some upper thigh? Oh, upper thigh. Look, details being thrown in now. There's a little bit of a fold there that's probably hard to see. Ooh, we got some stuff happening now. This is now slightly different for one, but oh, fancy. There are no spheres properties? I never said sphere properties. I said get actor properties. Get actor properties. I never said the word sphere. That's what the note is called. Again, watch the video. He will help you. And if you watch the 5.4 building series, I use it a lot. I do that a lot there. That's why I recommend it. Yes, the note's called get actor property. Okay, so stage 3. What are we making? Ground slam. Ground slam isn't a different trace. That's just a we at the current location. We can already do that. We've set that up last time. Spin sweep is a ground slam that's just bigger in terms of tracing. Done. Okay. This is the new one that we start setting up. Lobbing a projectile. And I kind of want to revisit the projectile system in general. I want to set up lobbing a projectile and then yeah, let's do that. Now, right now, so originally I set up Originally, I set it up where I had the base projectile, then I had two children. I had the lobbing version, I had the like straight version. And then from there, I had children from that. So I don't know if I still want to do it that way, but let's take a look. This thing's a mess. Okay. So we have a few things here. Character overlap box, dynamic overlap box. I'm checking if it's an overlap with a component hit versus a component overlaps. I'm checking if it's an overlap or it hit a wall. Finding where it was hit. Impact point. Spawn emitter, whether or not it has an emitter set up. Now, the impact effect is a particle system. Now hold on a second. That's an impact effect, not an Niagara impact effect. Where's the Niagara impact effect? Oh, if it's not valid, check if it is. If this is valid, yeah. So I just do one and then I check for the other. Hey, Elba, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So yeah, this is right. Impact effects. Yeah, the gravity projectile stuff does all of its stuff there. Yeah, we gotta do that. Trace for targets. Cleave, we're increasing the radius on that. That's all fine. This is actually going to work better now. Play the sound effect, deal the damage, and then destroy events. Okay, and then what do we have for arc and straight? What's the difference? You're about to sleep. I hope you have a productive session. Well, thank you. I hope you have a good night's rest, a good night's sleep. So this is when it's a sprite, I'm using this. So that's the thing. I'm using sprites in this one. So it's not really an... the arc is more of a sprite setup. So this really should be in a different one. I'm not going to be using sprites in the end. But I guess for now, since that's what I'm using, it's fine. Okay. In terms of the straight, all we're doing is on begin play, after the delay. Why is this delaying by lifetime? Oh, because it's not a lifetime. It's yeah. Okay, so what we can do is do I want to make it an enum where I can specify, or this is just the impact effect. Is there a reason I don't have this? Oh, I guess the only reason I don't have this on this. Yeah, it's just different because it's a sprite explosion. Okay. So let's take all of this onto the base. Let's try to clean up this. Begin play. I'm going to try to put it all into like one master parent instead of with just options and toggles. So we'll just do this, then we'll do a sequence. So this only happens on straight. What I'm going to do though, is I'm going to check if this is valid. Because if it's not, obviously we don't want to do this. We're going to check if this is valid. If it is, do that. And then we check if this is valid. If it's not, we don't do that. And then if the owning valid is actor, trigger bullseye ability. Otherwise, it's false destroy actor. Yes. So what we're going to do is collapse all of this to a function. And then I can override children on it. Well, probably don't want to override. I probably want to put it before. I probably want to put this on a function. And then false will automatically just exit out of here. Yeah, collapse the function. This is on lifetime expired. Then I don't need to do. Oh, I still need to do that. No, I still need to check those. Still need to check those. We just don't need to at the end here. And then what I can do then is on a child overwrite it, but just add whatever I need. Ooh, actually, I do need the return, don't I? Because return, ooh. This will work, right? If I do the parent and then, yeah, this should still work, I think. Pretty sure that's still, I'm like questioning myself now. Like, I'm pretty sure I've done this before. Okay, so this is setting the box extent. So this is set box extents. Honestly, why don't I use? Oh, I can't use this. Right. I was gonna say, why don't I use a cylinder? But I realized because it has to be the root one, and you can't freaking rotate the cylinder sideways when it's the root, because it causes problems. That's okay. Let's go ahead and I can collapse this stuff. This is just yeah, let's just collapse these. This is going to be character gameplay tags. Get character gameplay tags. This one also gets, I should probably just, don't I have a homing shots? Also, this entire thing is on event graph. Can I just put this entire thing in a function? Just so I can use local variables. I can. I can. Also, I love how I said state trees, and here we are doing projectiles. I mean, it's because it's for state trees, so it's not like I'm lying, but not entirely. Okay, so what we can do now is instead of this, card piercing targets. I don't think I need this to be a global variable. Like, a lot of these don't need to be global variables. Ooh, some of them do. Okay, maybe they do. Maybe this was not a. Maybe there was no point for this. Crap. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of these as actual global variables. Boop. Okay, fine. We'll keep it out like this. Okay. Original projectile speed. Yep. Need to record that. That's still fine. If it is force homing, because we have a boss that does forced homing, then it does the true. And this is the whole homing system. Okay. So all of this is homing. Oh, excuse me. Two of these. Okay. Yeah, so do the check for it's homing, if it's force homing. Force homing distance. Let's do put this in a category. Forced homing. Forced pierce. Cam? Looking good. Okay, so that's our new begin play, including this part. Okay. Now, let's clean this stuff up. This is the impact effects. Play impact Yep. This is just gravity abilities. I meant to not grab that last one. Trigger gravity abilities. I just used it for the end there. Yep. I don't even know if I need an output. What happens if it goes here? It outputs. The only should continue still, right? Also, I guess I don't want this here. I want this here. Otherwise, that would be bad. Okay, this is to trace hits, the sound effects. Can I make this nicer in any way? Probably not. I think this is kind of where we are. Okay. This up here. Ignore those. Yep. A lot smaller radius. I don't remember where that is. Some things I set up and then I forget. Because I'm dumb. If it's not an overlap and a piercing shot, what does this? If it is an overlap and a piercing shot, so basically I'm checking if it's piercing. Then it goes here, then it checks if the hit actor was pawn. Then it does things, otherwise it hit a wall and destroyed. And then it does the trigger, and then destroy actor if we run out of piercing targets. Yep. All checks out. Okay. I think we're good. On this. Oh yeah, then I don't need you. Let's do this, this, and then this. Yeah, because I can't have multiple outputs, so I'm assuming that I just output here. Or yes, I can just do this. Although I don't think I need it. Okay, so this gets us effectively the same thing we had in the straight version. The difference being there's a line on this one and there's no line on this one. Why? Because Ask Epic. The sprite explosion. On hit effect. I feel like I should. I should keep this one. Modify it to have the and this will be just the sprite version. So we use the same logic on both, but this one just has the sprites built in. Yeah. On hit, sprite explosion. Okay. I think we're good. So with this, that's not a variable anymore. Good. Let's see if we can clean this up a little bit. I'm pretty sure the do not override. I love how it's exposed on spawn, but I can't. Can I make it private? Can I have it exposed but still be private? Because I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want things to override it. Let's see. Projectile settings, speed, lifetime, explosion damage radius, no stun, effects, yep, sounds, forced homing, forced pierce. Maybe just put it under forced effects. Forced. Or call it under overrides. Just go forced overrides. Okay, then we have the I'll call this helpers. Just kind of to clean this up, you know. You don't need to modify them themselves, they're just carrying information. Okay. Looking good. Yeah, he can never have it more than once, so that's why we have that check, or the once. Reset attack detection. Okay. I think we're good. Event destroyed. Okay. So that's this. Let's go to you. So this is instead of BB projectile base, this is just going to be sprite. Yep. Now, I'm pretty sure I need to change the parent on pretty much all of these. Let's see what their parents are. Do they have nice parents? I'm sure their parents are very nice. So we have some R from sprites. Okay. Sprite. Okay, so this one is from straight base. Now, interesting. So what do we have here that we're overriding? On hit effect. Oh, this is the web. Okay. Web makes sense. If I change the projectile base, theoretically it should be fine. Watch me break everything by changing this. Because all we had was here, I'm pretty sure. Reparent! Look, it's like we're giving the kids a new foster home, okay? That's all we're doing. Just pretend. It's gonna be a good home. They're gonna be happy. Definitely happy. There's definitely not a witch there. She definitely does not live in a small little house with creepy legs in the middle of the woods. I don't know why you would think that. You. So we'll have what, two things that are going to be using sprites. Everything else, I mean, even the sprite ones are going straight right now, so I'll still need to modify them. But once we have this and it's working, we know it's working, then we will be able to set up the logic of lobbing something and then spawning something when we do that. And we can go from there. I think it needs to spawn I think it'll need to spawn a zone that we have control over for a dot. We just need to set up a dot, probably. And go from there. Okay. We don't care about you right now. So let's test out a couple of things. Let's start out with the mushroom. You're good, and then you. So as long as you two both work. You shoot me. There we go. Okay, you're broken. That's great. Oh, great. But you're working. You're very broken. Okay. Well, if you're working, why are you broken? Oh, it's because you have a melee. No, you don't have a melee attack. Who else can I test? You. Yeah, okay. It works. Yeah. Looks good. Okay. So things are working then. Let's go to then the straight base. So we can get rid of this. Ooh, still being used here. Slow movement zone spawners. Take a look. You, please. Why don't you have life duration? Hey, Job Direct, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You're not a new variable. I mean, you are here. Oh, I see. I see. No. This makes sense. This makes sense. But you are projectile based now, so it's not here that you're complaining about this. What? Oh, now it's fine. You've realized. Oh yeah. We're not actually using that anymore. Thanks, Unreal. Glad you figured it out. Okay, so now we need to make it spawn things. So let's take a look at something. I'm pretty sure I have a zone thing. Slow movement zone. So they have custom logic. So I'll probably need to just put an actor in. Spawners zone. Teleport to safety zone, I'm not even using anymore. That can go away. Damage zone, yeah, if we want to do a damage area. Ooh, why is that damage zone? That. Why is it a box? Where am I using this? On the character base? Floor damage. Oh yeah, this whole in lava thing, I'm not even doing it anymore, am I? Hold on. I think we can get rid of this. I mean, don't get rid of this, but let me see where it's being used. And then we repurpose it. Because this was from the room setup, so when we had the lava on the floor you couldn't walk on. So we have it in the BPI combat, yep. And then it's only in the damage zone. So yeah, it's just here. So we can repurpose it and make this a dot that we can just place in the world. So instead of a box, let's add a sphere collision. Is that too much by default? Oh no, yeah, let's do that by default. So a couple of things. We're gonna need to replace the box. So, begin overlap. And overlap. And I also need to copy the collision settings. Which is just overlap all dynamic. Okay. Why is it overlap all dynamic? I feel like that's unnecessary. I feel like what we can do is do custom, ignore everything, and overlap pawns. And if we implement the interface, then do something. Which will then trigger this. Ooh, but you know what? No, it can't use this system. It has to use the full dot system because we can have multiple on the ground. So it should be doing modular dot. So on attack hit, dot gameplay tag, get dot durations. Okay. No, this is fine. This is fine. Right now we only have the fire aspect as the only dot. We can add more dots. We're gonna need a few more things here. We're probably gonna need a decal or something on the ground that shows that, hey, it is like there. We'll probably need to set it up with a decal. And then we could do a basic one for now. Where we could do like a circle just for now. I was thinking, do I want to do custom like icons? I might want to do custom textures, but we can always add texture support later. It's still going to be overriding one material. Yeah. So let's just we'll probably need a few things actually. Because not only do we want like a dot, maybe I'll want to have an effect as well. Yeah. One thing thing I'm noticing here, though, it has .info. Where's the .damage? Damage is right. Damage is doesn't come from here. Damage comes from the actual attacks and all that. No, that checks out. That checks out. Trying to think about, because after this event dot damage, get owner, get dot durations dot wait. It's off of the power-up values. Okay. Okay. I see. So what I would need to do is put it there. Let's see. Fire aspect. Fire aspect by default is 0. Then we give it something. But then I would need to, I feel like I need to rework this a little because it needs a default amount. Because fire aspect. This gives a flat damage number, which is great for a power-up. Not great for a different ability. So I guess what I can do is still use the same system. And just put the value there. It would be nice to have. No, I think I do want to improve the data table, because for player power-ups, I could just say the default attack is 0 and just add 0. And if it is an enemy, then it's gonna do it that way. Then I'll just add it to whatever it was. Yeah, I think that's better. So, come here. New variable. This is a float, and this is base dot damage. Actually, it should come from. It should be from the enemy. The enemy should dictate the damage. Right? So, the enemy should dictate the damage.
Darkness falls across the stream, the ads rise, pausing to protect humanity.
Oh, it's to protect humanity. I'm trying to figure out, like, how do I actually want this to work? I think that's the thing that's I gotta figure out first. I could have it be based off the enemy damage. I could have it be based off of something else. I guess what I could do always is if every enemy has a different dot, or if I want even the same dot on the ground. No, actually, every dot that is the same should have the same damage. Because otherwise, it's like, why would one enemy's poison be stronger without looking different? If it looks the same, then it should be all the same. So, it should be a global value. Yep. Now I'm thinking, do I want to make a... I probably don't want to make a separate dot table. Yeah, I'll put it on the same one. Yeah, I think it makes more sense if I put something on the ground that is a dot, that if something walks in, it takes damage, whether you for enemies or an enemy for you, it should be consistent. And then obviously if you have damage modifiers, you'll do more damage, right? All that good stuff. But the base should be the same, whether for you or for enemies. Yep. So we will re-add the base dot damage. That seems like a good plan. I think that's the thing that makes the most sense right now. I mean, to be fair, today is not my strong day, so I could be saying that, but regretting it later. Okay, so base dot damage will be 0. So what we can do then is here is for this dot damage. Just gonna order this. I'm going to just add this. Yep. Nice and simple. Okay, and so for the poison, we can make it something else. Now, where do I want to put this? Because the other ones, right, are under character, ability, and it's based off the ability, but it's not an ability. It is just a dot. I could do status dot dot and then put them there. I think that's a good one. When you have... Ooh, this one's going to be a little... This one's different because this needs to happen... Oh, hold on a second. I just realized. Because my current dot system is designed for... like on character dots that pertain. I don't think I should be using the system here. I think I just set it up. I think we need a separate system for ground dots. Because as soon as you step off of it, you need to stop it. I could reuse it if I add a new function or something. That basically stops the time. Because it gets the duration, sets it to current time, then counts it down. If I just set the current time to 0 on whatever it is, then it will stop it. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. So, custom event. Disable dot. It is going to need the gameplay tag it for sure. Hey, Blobfish, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. What's my game? It is a deck building roguelite action RPG. Things are broken right now, but I can show some stuff. Should I add a blob gun to it? Not really the world for guns. Not the kind of world. Yeah, you are just fully broken. Because why are you trying to do melee? You're just fully broken. I'm just not gonna worry about you right now. Of course, it's then we decide to spawn this one enemy everywhere. But it basically is also like has a full deck builder and a Binding of Isaac style passive power ups through cards and decks. That's kind of the system for it. But right now we're reworking the or I guess making a new dot based damage system for like ground dots that are only there when you only there when you stand it. I have the dot system already in place. Actually, I'm gonna need to do a blueprint interface. I just realized, not this. Blueprint interface time. Right, because I don't think I have anything for dots here. Yeah, dot durations. Yeah, that's the only one. So let's do new functions. This is trigger dot. It is going to need the gameplay tag only, right? Yep. Dot. Gameplay tag. See abilities, and then we're gonna need another one that is going to be remove dot, I guess. Also the same thing. Oh, I am gonna need the custom event because I'm going to tell it what to do. Because it's not here. So this is how dot hits. I'm gonna call this dot trigger. Or it could be dot start or start dot. I call it trigger here, so I'll call it trigger. Just to keep it a little consistent. Okay, so now trigger dot, remove dot. I have dot trigger and dot or remove dot. I probably need to do trigger dot for consistency. There you go. Okay, so this should also work without issue. The difference is now on the damage zone, we're going to be doing trigger dot and remove dot. We just need to know the dot attack. Okay. So, with that in, we now need to remove it. So, what we need to do is go here. Find this. Excuse me. Oh, it's S. Oops, wrong one. Oh, I need to do S dot and. Ooh. Do I need to check all of them? I mean, I could do for each with break, at least. So if this is equal to this, then get a reference to it. And then set members in it and set the current time to 0. Which will effectively reset it, and then we can go ahead and break this. Like that should be fine in looping this. It's not like the enemies are going to have hundreds or even dozens of dots at once on them. So I don't think it's going to be a big deal. So I think we can get away with that. Okay. So clean this up a little bit. Comment this a bit more. Remove dot. Let's put this here for now. So you need to comment all of this. Let me grab it. Let me grab it. Why? Okay. Thanks, Unreal. You're the best. Ah. I think now we're good. What I might honestly do is, because I have a few of these, and finding them is sometimes difficult. I might just do like this, and then just collapse. Well, with everything, obviously. Nothing extra. All right, you collapse them into nodes, and then just put all the nodes like right next to each other. I think I'm not gonna do that right now, but that's an idea. Just for organization's sake. I don't have like all the dots like over time stuff right here, so it's not like the end of the world. But all right, there's a bunch of power-ups here. I don't know. All right. They're kind of all over the place. Plus or minus. Okay, so let's go back here. So let's do, right, we're going to do status dot dot. Status damage over time. And we'll just say, call it poison. Or I guess acid. Probably acid is better. Acid is actually like the liquid thing, right? Poison's not the liquid. Pretty sure it's acid, but it's poison. Damn. Is it poison damage, or is it acid? Does it matter? Doesn't matter. Acid versus poison. Okay. Acid seems like an immediate corrosive, damaging armor and flesh directly, while poison acts as a damage over. Okay, we'll do it poison. That answers that question. Oh, why did it go away? Status dot poison. Drawing a poison puddle. Current time is 0. Base damage. I want to start with 10. Icon tint. Feel like a greenish tint. And then what else do we need? We're going to need the material stuff, right? So what I can do is probably reuse Zorla's thing. Right, this is just a basic circle with a color. Yeah. The only difference is I want to change this one. So let me just take this. I'm going to copy it somewhere else. And I'm going to change it because instead of a material instance, I want to use... Ooh. You can't do custom primitive data on a decal. Never mind. That's why I didn't do custom primitive data. Okay, in that case, I could give it its specific material instance. Material interface is going to be the decal material. Poison dot. So on this one, we'll change it to be sickly green. Should be good. And then we can sign it here. Okay, so that means oh, I need the information here. I need the information here. Well, that's fine. I'll probably do it on when construct. Let's go to character base. We had this. We can do this. Copy. I don't need this. Copy. So basically, we're taking the game tag. Oh, then it's searching for character ability. No, we want to search in status dot. So removing that, we're keeping just the end, and then we're as long as we name the dot row the same thing as the ability, then we'll have it. And we did. It's called poison, and it is dot poison. So we're good there. So that would do a break. And then we can add a decal. And then oops. Set material. Okay, so let's take a look and see if this is working. No gameplay tag set up, so we just tell it to be poison. And there we go. The size is wrong. So let's adjust that. Ooh, how do we, is there a way of mathematically doing this? Yes. 256. Is it 128 by 128? 28. Is this sphere not in the center? Why is this not in the center? Get back in the center. Aha! It is a little bit bigger than this. Like, the phrase, because it doesn't count for the fade out, in my case, is a little bit stronger. So what we can do is probably don't want to do that, actually. Looking at it, probably don't want to do that. Nope. Yeah, let's not. What I can do instead is slightly lower the size of the box. I feel like it's better to put it in the player's favor than not. Because then I don't want to make it feel unfair. So we'll just make this a little smaller. That's, you know what, that I think is good. If I get a hit there, I feel like that's where visually it seems to like fade out till. Okay. We're gonna need also a lifetime set. So in the construction script, we also need to do lifetime. Lifetime's in seconds, right? It's not, is it not called lifespan? That's what I'm looking for. Zero is forever. Note this is the initial value and should not be modified once play has begun. Okay, fine. Let's not do it this way then. Let's do in the event graph. Events begin play. Now I know it's seconds. Let's say 10 seconds by default. Distractor. Okay. I think this will work. Couple of things that I know I'm gonna run into. This is way too high. Like it's too thick. You don't need projection from that high up. So that's better. Then we're also going to need I guess to place it where we place it will be on the projectile itself that spawns it. just thinking like going to line trace right to the ground. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine. So what we can do is now add a system that on hitting anything, has an option of spawning something. Any actor. So, let's go to the projectile. So this is where it's going to do all of this. I probably want to do it here because it's wherever it was. Ooh. Here's the next thing I gotta think about. If it, because all of them do AoE damage. If I hit 3 targets, am I spawning 3 puddles? No, I shouldn't. It should spawn 1. So, it should be based off the actor location at that time. As long as it hit anybody, it's within, it's either impact point where it hit the wall or whatever, but it's wherever the actor is. So, second new function. Spawn actor on hit or death. So second new variable, this is going to be the actor to spawn on hit or death, I guess. Terrible name. Terrible name. I don't have a better one right now. Okay, this needs to be I guess it needs to be instance edible. It needs to be exposed. Oh god, it's gonna be a whole thing. Hey Sermon, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Actually, no, it does not need to be exposed because I'll set it on the projectile. So whatever projectile it is. So yeah, I don't need to expose this. All projectiles of like a certain type will always spawn this. So yeah, I'll just swap the projectile there. So this is dot spawning. I don't like any of these names. I don't like any of these names. No, let's put it in projectile settings. There you go. Yeah. First, is it valid? If it's not valid, then we don't do anything. Cats will access every square inch of existence. You woke up to a cat in your PC. Possible, one might say, but you simply reply, ask a cat. I mean, look, I know they're effectively a liquid. But I feel like you might have left a side panel off of your computer. And that's how a cat got in. I mean, I would definitely close it because that's not just dangerous for the computer, that's dangerous for the cat. If the cat decides to nibble on something, that could be bad. Because I assume the computer's plugged in. So out of safety for the cat, And your computer, I would suggest you close it. But man, I love those cats are liquid videos. What is this AI overview? What is this AI overview? What is this garbage? Scientific, albeit humorous, research suggests cats can be considered liquid because they adapted their shape to fit containers while maintaining a constant volume. That's a... Can I... Is there no full screen button here? Look how chunky boy fit in there. Yeah, gotta love. Oh, cats. Hey, someone did that little grip thing you have to do with your hands to compress and pull the side off. Never human hand. Oh god. Have they finally grown opposable thumbs? Is it opposable? It's not disposable, that's for sure. Nothing disposable about this thumb. Let's say 2000. Static. Don't need to ignore anything if it hits something. Reporting back to the mothership on their conduct. Think they're aliens? No, I don't think they can't be aliens. I mean, you've seen aliens. Everyone has, right? The little green, ugly things. Cats are too cute to be aliens. Way too cute. Impact point is where we spawn it, so we just do spawn actor from class. Ooh, this needs to be a class reference. Oh, not that one, not that one. This needs to be a class reference. Which means it doesn't need to be, well, it still needs to check if it's valid. Is valid class. Is done differently. Always spawn, ignore conditions. It's all a ruse. Oh no. You might be right. Going crazy, added local co-op to. What do you mean it's actually it's easy actually? What? You're gonna have up to 4 local players easily. Only difficulty is you have to do new UI to split screen. But no, hold on a sec. What do you mean it's easy to do local co-op? What about the whole replication stuff? Don't you just like set up like a whole bunch of replication? And I know that the server is effectively one of the players, but in a sense. Don't tell me local co-op is easy. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Don't say that to me. Because if I look into it and I find out it's easy, I'm going to want to put that into the game. Only problem is online multiplayer when adding local player is just duplicates. The third person character or whatever. No, okay. You're missing, I think, a lot here. Are you actually... So... No, you still need to do full-on logic as like multiplayer. Whether it's online or otherwise, I'm pretty sure. Because... if you're here, and your buddy is here, and your buddy moves here, on your side, on your screen, you need to see that he moved here. That's still the same. You're gonna tell me that's done? Because keep in mind, Steam has an option that turns local co-op to multiplayer co-op. In UE5, if I wanted to set up local multiplayer, do I need to do the normal multiplayer stuff like what did I just call it? Wow, my brain is already dying, huh? It's a little it's a little earlier than usual, but not really. Replication. I did not hit private. Oh, it's gonna go my history. For pure local multiplayer, split screen couch co-op on the same machine, no online. You generally do not need to use setup replication in the same way you do for multiplayer. All player controllers, pawns, characters, and other exist locally. You enable split screen support. Okay, hold on. When you still need it, if your game, if you want your game to support both local and online multiplayer, then yeah, obviously. Huh. Doesn't Steam allow for local split screen to work as multiplayer? The other actor and overlap solves everything. There has to be a little catch here. I need the catch. I need the Yeah, stealing full sports local split screen couch co-op as a valid form of multiplayer. No, that's not what I asked. No, as in you can play multiplayer with someone not next to you using Steam and just the game having split screen. Great local player. Um, God damn it. God, I didn't want to find out right now that I could actually set up local for my game. So I could have co-op in here. Oh, I don't even know how that would work. I mean, I feel like it would be just like, hey, do you want to have a buddy like help out? And then all the unlocks still go to one player. Because obviously we can't just do like full-on unlocks and stuff like, right? Can't do all this for every player. I'm not making like a full multiplayer save all the stuff of every player, but thoughts. Try real quick with a simple button. Yeah, I can give it a try real quick. Tour. Why not? Why not? Let's see what happens. Sure, we'll do a debug keyline. Create local player. The ID of the physical control that should control the newly created player. Value -1 specifies to use the next available ID. Okay. But I also need to enable split screen, don't I? Oh no. Oh no. I don't know how. It's not designed for it, obviously, right now. Yeah, the UI would need to be reworked. How do I control the other? How do I control the other character, though? That is so much easier than I thought. Ah, shit, that is so much easier than I would have thought. Shit. Split screen coming to the game now. How do I control the you have a game plan plugged in that is setting there's a setting for ignore player 1 on gamepad to use? Uh, I don't know if I have that. Can I specify? I don't know if I could specify that I want player 2. Is there any other way? New game for multiplayer? No, I'm not. I'm definitely not doing multiplayer. Multiplayer for sure, no. But now, split screen is an interesting thought. Is a very interesting thought. I need to. It would be nice if. Can I? You know what? Can I just do controller ID 0? No, it won't let me. 1. Yeah. I wish there was a way of... Not a new game, but a new game mode, blueprint or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured. I need a way of testing the controller. Just want to see what happens when yes, this is a problem. I want to see what happens if the other ones try to do it. I guess we need to check which player it is that can interface with this stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. This is what I'm using right now. But it's. I also have an Xbox controller. Where is it? Maybe he'll detect it as 2. No. It doesn't even want to detect it right now because I'm using the PlayStation 1. Let me try turning off the PlayStation 1. Still not want to do it? Oh, it seems like it still doesn't want to do it. What happened? The controller finally dead? Oh, okay, here we go. The controller's not working here. What if I turn on this? Go to project settings and maps and modes, and check the skip assigning gameplay for player 1 setting. Okay, I can't use both. One or the other. Yeah, I can try that. You turn off the controller and turn it back on. Hold on. So I'm still using... It didn't skip assignment for it. Okay, so it's still... I still can't control player 2, though. Player 2 is still not controllable. Because... It's probably because I don't have it set up inside of... My movement stuff is not in the... player controller. That's probably because I never designed it that way. Because it was like, it's only ever going to be single player. It's probably why. Because I don't have the, yeah, the binding and all that in the player controller. So there would be a bit more to set up than just this. I wonder if you could do vertical split screen. Is that an option? Yes, there is. Yes, that is. Why is the UI not there as well? Huh. It's interesting. Again, it is very interesting. I wish I could control the other player right now. Just to see, because, right, so the UI stuff covers the entire thing still, right? So if I go anywhere, it'll cover the entire thing. Not the end of the world. I just want to know what I guess I can... There would probably be a check that says, like, hey, is it the co-op buddy? And if it is, then don't, like, open the stuff. Or don't interact. Like, so, like, the interact button would be only for... Okay. So what happens when we go into a new level? Are we both there? Probably not, because I only have... Oh no, we're both there. Huh. This I can officially call scope creep if I decide to do this. But it would be cool to be able to just play with a friend. It would be cool.
Stream pause, don't worry. The shampoo, it isn't plot relevant.
While ads are going, I'll be right back. I have so many questions now. What happens if player 2 gets hit? I need control of player 2. I have so many questions. Game mode is in the middle, drop down under world override. In multiplayer game mode, the player characters need to be updated instead of default pawn. Well, that's multiplayer stuff. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff you need to do for multiplayer. As I said, mine is not set up in player controller. All player character events have been duplicated for character 1. So everything should be duplicated as far as the character is concerned. So I need a way of controlling a player 2. Hold on. I need before Windows controller simulate controller player 2. The simple answer is you can't. And the complicated answer is it's complicated. Okay, in that case, to AI. Let's find out. I'm making game in UE5. I enable split screen, but I only have one controller and one keyboard, like a normal person. Is there a way to use the keyboard for player 1 and controller for player 2? I gotta know. You made 2 minutes and it didn't work? You can use the keyboard for player 1 and controller for player 2. You split screen multiplayer. This works by default in recent UE5 versions once you enable specific project settings. Okay, so so I did this. Let's skip assigning. The second player. Do they need to have their actions mapped in the player controller? Currently, that's what I'm thinking. Enhanced input actions are on the player directly. That's what I'm thinking of. I think it needs to be player controller. Pokemon Player U5 is really that simple. I'll check it out in the video. I'll open it. What? Yeah, I'll probably watch it later. Not right now. I just want to do a quick test. Enhanced input actions can and should remain bound directly on the character / pawn blueprint. That's a standard or recommended approach. It should be on the player controller normally. The issue almost certainly is that the input mapping context isn't being added players to enhanced input subsystem without this. Yeah. Create your add mappings for both keyboard. Yeah. And then begin play, drag them. It's already added to the player. There's probably more to it. There's probably more to it that I need to look into. Because right now it knows that I'm trying to use the I'm trying to use this, but it's not working. Because the mouse disappears. Oh, now it doesn't. Anyway. It's an interesting idea. By the way, how legible is this? Do I need to have a darker background for this stuff to make it more readable? Because I might have made it a little too clear. He does the game mode creation in like 20 seconds. You can read it fine? Okay. Again, I'll watch it at a different time. Well, that is very interesting. It's important to have the second player register to the new enhanced controls. Yeah, so that's why I'll need to look into how to do that, probably. Because then you could have split screen. And that seems cool. Because if it's split screen, you can use Steam's functionality to play split screen over the internet as multiplayer. And you'll still, I mean, yes, you do see less. And then I have to decide which split, is it horizontal or vertical? Probably horizontal, honestly, is the split screen I'd want. I know I said it to vertical, but I just wanted to see if it's possible. If health is stored in the player blueprint, you can attack each other. Plus, it is stored in the actor component on the player, yes. But you wouldn't be able to attack each other in my system. Either way, I have no way of seeing the health right now because the widgets, right? It's not duplicating widgets. One thing I did notice is if you look here in the top left, right, I have my cooldown. And if I add another player, I get another one. I don't get a separate one for that player. So something tells me that widget-wise, this might be more complicated. Because I would want this here. If your game is already designed from the split screen from ground up, yeah, I mean you just build it in and call it a day. But if you needed to automatically set it, do things, I mean, maybe there is a simple options for it. I'm just. Is there a way for a widget to automatically work with split screen? No. Automatically split or adapt parallelly to split screen setups without some manual setup. Use add to player screen instead of add to viewport. Oh, interesting. So it would be, this is scope creep. 100% for me, this will be scope creep. Could I do it? Yes. Apparently. Just never, the thought I never had. For typical per player HUDs, health bars, ammos, etc., create and add the widget from each player controller. Main tutorials including UI split screen show resizing elements. Interesting. It's interesting. I'm not gonna do anything about it right now. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna put it on my spreadsheet. To dos. I'll put it here under my other. Split screen support. I mean, I have freaking Twitch integration here, right? It's not like I'm putting in something that's completely... Twitch integration would be simpler, but I'm just imagining that if split screen could be fun for people to even watch. Yeah, I don't know. Figure it out. Want to know it exists? Just curious, and did not plan on adding it because you thought it would require a whole rework, but it's not as bad as online. No, it's clearly not as bad as online multiplayer, and I thought it would be. So like that's a pretty big moment. But it's also not one node, right? There is more that would need to go into it, specifically more than anything. HUDs. The main. It's not even all the HUDs. It's just the main HUD. Because I wouldn't want to make like the deck builder take up only half of the screen. I would need to make it so it's just the main player controls that and no one else does. Oh wait, but no, hold on. See, now I have so many questions because you said it copies over everything from the player. So could I have two separate deck setups for two different players and they can... Because if you could have two players with two different deck setups, that would be even more fun. The question then becomes is how does that save? Does it only, like, for the save like the save variables, does it only save? Well, no, but no, I need more answers. I need more answers. I have so many questions. God, I have so many questions. In U5, when setting up split screen, how does saving and loading work? Like if player one, equips the sword and loads into and saves, then a new level is loaded. The player will have sword. What happens to the new second player? Because yeah, I have so many questions. Ask if index 1 exists on load. If it does, you load player 2 stored variables in the save game. But the problem is it's handled through custom save game object combined with persistent game instance, which manages all. Each split screen player is a ulocal player stored in local players, which creates a player controller and spawns a pawn. Game instance persists across all level ups. Yeah. Creating a save game subclass. Blueprints like a variable of on save. Activate local players. Store data per player index. Use unique slots. So this is going to be... No, this will be more complex for me. For my setup, this would be more complex. A lot more complex. This would be 100% still scope creep. It's really cool that it is easier to do. And if I ever do a Kickstarter, this could be a goal. Absolutely. It could be a goal. But there's so many things that would need to be done to be done right. Because you would need to store player 1 and player 2, but you would need to make it so you have the option of using player 1, the main player's progress, because you wouldn't want to have player 2 progress saved at the player 2 state. So maybe what would need to happen basically is when the player gets loaded in first somehow, you would need to take all of player 1's information, but afterwards it continues to happen in separate one. Right, this is, you can see where this is starting to get complicated, and I've just started. Because if I wanted to have if they have separate decks and things like that nature, which could be cool, but I wouldn't want to have it unlock new stuff. I don't know. I don't have a good answer. Maybe we should save it. But then what if you play with one person and then you play with a different person? I don't think it is going to know that you played with one then a different person, right? Because it's local. It's not actual multiplayer. So having it store the information also just doesn't work great. Right? Because if I want to play with Bob and then I want to play with Joe, I've made progress clearly with Bob. So, yeah, you see where I'm going with this, though. Really cool, though. Definitely really cool. Have to save games. When saving, you ask the player character what index it is. If 0 is to regular, once, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have a second player saves on the main screen. You click to load that specific player. That my save game system does not support multiple player saves. So many things would be broken if I even attempted that. That is not an option. Yeah, that's not an option. Again, really cool that we can do split screen. Much easier than I thought, but still not one button. Which is, you know, food for thoughts. Absolutely neat. Because I don't think there's not many games like this that you can play split screen. That's just not a thing. Right? Like, just imagine playing like Hades split screen. I think it'd be cool. Yeah, you play the same character, so it would break the lore. But I feel like, I don't know, it'd be a cool thing. Again, I wrote it down. It's on my Kickstarter or like a goal tier. Yeah. Definitely wasting time tonight because you're not wasting time. You're learning a bunch of stuff. If you're learning stuff, that's not a waste of time. Creating a whole new pain in the butt widget. Yeah. Yeah, because when you do yeah, player pawn, right? That's where you specify player index 1. Oh, I wonder, hold on. That's why. Hold on. I'm just gonna try. Oh, not you. I grabbed the wrong one. Input mapping. One. That's probably why. It wasn't working. Hold on. One more test. One more time. Project settings. Skip assigning gamepad to player 1. Oh, yep. That'll do it. Yeah, so what happens when I... So, yeah, so you can also do all this. This will break if I try to do this. That health bar is going to update for both players. Either way, I don't think I'll be able to hit myself. Oh God. Why am I attacking with both? Yeah, so this is, yeah, so this is... Why am I attacking with both? Keyboard is 1. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff would need to. Oh yeah, then the other one attacks with this when I try to use abilities, even though this is the keyboard one. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that would need to happen, for it. But now it all makes sense. Yeah, there's a bunch of add mapping context errors and yep. I know. Okay. Now we know. Let me put this back. I still want to actually use my own controller for my own stuff. And also I'll put this back to horizontal. Oh, you could do like 4 verticals or 4 horizontal. I don't know why I got those mixed up when I was gesturing, but yeah. So you have like 4, like up, down. Show all player widgets when split screen disabled. All player widget layers should be displayed in the main viewport when split screen is disabled. If unchecked, only player 1 widget will be. Let's keep aside gamepad checkerbox only works when you go into multiplayer, so controller should always work in single player. I mean, that's good to know. I'll still keep it off, because I'm going to forget otherwise. Because I know myself. I'm going to forget. Okay, what were we doing before? My brain, I think, is running on fumes tonight at this point. Projectile. Yes, this. Spawning the actor. I mean, theoretically, we can already have this work, right? You hired me for an hour? Hey, look, that was a very productive hour. As far as I'm concerned, that was a very productive hour. That's the best kind of distraction I've ever seen. One thing I don't have here is... Oh no, what I can... No, what I can do is this damage. Floor dot. What I can do is create a child of it and then assign that one. So that way I can specify the gameplay tag on it, right? If I make a child of it. Floor dot poison. And here I can specify poison. Then we can have it work with this. So here I can try it on this guy. So if we just go to actor to spawn on hit or death. I haven't set up the death one, but technically I haven't set up the hit one either. I just made the function. Um, if let's just do this. I mean, I guess we hit something even earlier on. Right? We've definitely hit something because we did an overlap. On something. So just put it here for now. Review. Okay. Couple of things. It's not doing any damage to me, but it is spawning it. So that's a start. What's the green thing? Basically I'm setting up this. I want to be able to lob projectiles, but I want them to create like a dot on the ground. So that because a lob can fly over the character and miss the character effectively, I want to have something that, okay, it missed the character. It's not very accurate, but if it misses or doesn't, I guess if it misses, it should drop on the puddle. And if it hits, do I do it either way? Yeah, I do it either way. I'll think of that. I'll figure out which one I want to do. But definitely, if it hits the ground, I wanted to do a poison puddle. Or whatever, right? If it's a fire projectile, it'll be fire on the ground, right? The point is, right, it's just a dot on the ground. You know how to make the nav mesh bounds volume block an area? Yeah, you need to use a modifier, if I recall. Modifier volume. Yep. By default, it just blocks. And here you can believe you can change if you just change to an obstacle if you want. But none doesn't do anything. Default is default. Low height, null is just a cutout. Yeah. It's just a modifier volume. Very easy. For something like that, very easy. You ever thought that and didn't figure it out? All good. So we need to do it here, and we also need to do it on before we destroy the actor. Is there a good way? Destruction events. I guess all of these are destroy events. Well, no, not all of them. Okay. So I guess what I can do is destroy self. Destroy self will do this. And then just do this. And then I'll just do destroy self instead of destroy actor. Why is it pacing all the way down there, not where my mouse is? Is it the controller doing something? That was me. Destroy actor. Or am I still doing this? Here, yep, same thing. This. That is different. That is good. Okay. So if we just do a little test, there we go. Yeah, okay, that's working. Again, the dot isn't working. Why is it? Oh, and it's because I didn't set it up yet, did I? I should have. Hold on, is it? Is this working? Yes, it's saying hello. Oh, it's because this is not valid. The special attack damage dealer. Okay. Why do I need this to be valid? Effect buildup. Trigger dot. I could do if a special attack damage dealer is not valid. Then use. Okay, yeah, we'll need to. I mean, I can. You know what I can do? I can pass through also the damage dealer here, assign it, and then do it. I don't need it for but then I need to. Oh, this can do this. Never mind. I express it. Pass it through. Or I guess this. Well, I'm doing it on. Oops. Is that gonna cause issues? Well, no, because this is not the damage dealer. So I need to spawn the damage dealer. Promote to variable damage dealer needs to be exposed. And then on the projectile, oh, right. Can't expose it when I do freaking this, because it's an actor class. Okay, well, we can do. Should be fine. It should be fine. Why is this exposed? It's not. I need to think of a better way of doing this. This is not going to get me what I want. I should keep it an actor so it's not a hard reference. And then I guess I can just set it. Because I have the damage dealer here. This is the damage dealer. Hey, Sidri, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah. I can blueprint interface it on there. But that happens after, so I can trigger, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, I would need to test. I think this would trigger before the other one, if I started on it. I know, right? Kind of wrapping things up. Been a crazy day stream. Really? Learning stuff that I didn't think were even on the table. Like split screen. Yeah, I think I don't think you do that. You know what? my brain I'm 5'7" yeah. I'm in the latest. I think my brain is dead. I'm like trying to like make it this last like 10 minutes or so. I'm like, my brain's not functioning anymore. I'm out of it. Thanks, Sindri. I appreciate it. You'll dream about split screen? Hopefully not. Usually my best nights of sleep are when I don't dream at all, and thankfully I mostly don't dream at all. That's the best when I don't dream. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. Hope you had fun learning about split screen like I did. And I'll be back tomorrow for more fun and games. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye.